Tonight on your news at 6, residents of one Horry County neighborhood got an uninvited guest this afternoon. We'll let you know how they're handling it.
The arson team investigates a fire that caused more than $1 million in damage to a golf course.
And as Darlington gears up for the first race under the lights, officials hope to tame the traffic around the Lady in Black. Your news at 6 starts now.
This is Wpde News Channel 15 at 6 with Allyson, Floyd, Jim Heath, weather with meteorologist Ed Piotrowski, and sports with Rich Chrampanis.
Hi everybody, good evening. Thanks so much for joining your local team for the news at 6. Our top story tonight, how'd you like to find an 8-foot alligator in front of your house?
I think you got to go even wider than that. That is what happened in a neighborhood off Highway 707 in Horry County this afternoon. The 8-foot alligator was lying in the middle of the road in the Turn Hall development. Residents cornered him near the garage door of one man's house, and now they're waiting for someone from the Department of Natural Resources to come and take that gator away. Officers from DNR are on their way from Florence right now, and we still have a crew on the scene. Join us coming up tonight at 11 on Nightside for the gator's capture.
Other top story tonight, the Horry County Arson Task Force is trying to figure out what started a fire that caused more than $1 million in damage at the Blackmore Golf Course.
The fire burned the golf course maintenance building and the equipment inside. WPDE's Candace Smith joins us now with that story. Candace?
Well, Allyson, officials with Blackmore Golf Course were notified very early this morning that someone may have broken into their maintenance building, but they later found out that it wasn't a person, but rather smoke and fire that tripped the alarm system.
Mowers, utility vehicles, tractors, sprayers.
General Manager Bob Zurcher lists off the equipment lost in a fire inside the Blackmore Golf Course maintenance building in Socastee. Firefighters arrived on scene just before 1 o'clock.
First units arrived and found approximately 25 to 30% of the building involved and a brush fire behind the building. 20
minutes later, the fire was under control, but firefighters spent more than 2 hours putting out hot spots caused by the equipment inside.
We had oxyacetylene torches, we had a lot of gasoline-powered equipment inside, a lot of battery-powered equipment, and basically just a lot of dangerous materials inside.
And that made getting into the flaming building very difficult.
We had to cut through one of the overhead doors and got hand lines in place and opened up a second door.
When the fire was out and the smoke began to clear, Blackmore's GM says he began assessing the damage, which so far is estimated at more than $1 million. The building was a total loss, but Zurcher says it and everything inside was insured. He's already getting offers from other businesses to help out until the insurance money comes in.
It's amazing the number of suppliers and distributors in the area that have contacted me. Believe it or not, we'll probably have equipment here on site to continue the operation of the golf course probably by this afternoon.
Now, right now, fire investigators have not said what caused the fire just yet. There were surveillance cameras mounted on the outside of the building that we noticed today, but there's no word right now on whether or not those cameras were rolling when the fire broke out. We're live in the newsroom. Allyson, back to you.
Candace, thank you very much. A Richland County Sheriff's deputy who died in an accident yesterday on Interstate 20 was a Florence native. Public safety officials say Byron Keith Cannon's car went left of the center and crashed into the cable median barrier. Officials say Cannon's car wound up in the eastbound lane where it hit another car and then a third vehicle hit the first two. Officials say that Cannon and another deputy were following a dump truck just before that accident because they thought a wanted man was driving it. Byron Keith Cannon graduated from South Florence High School back in 1996. And coming up tonight on Nightside, you'll hear from his best friend.
2 Myrtle Beach police officers are pedaling their way to meet the president and take part in a ceremony honoring fallen officers. On Monday, officers Ward Downing and James Ellis of North Myrtle Beach will join fellow officers in a 250-mile bike journey. The officers will ride from Virginia to Washington to join a national ceremony with President Bush, honoring the sacrifice of America's law enforcement officers.
It's something that we as individuals, as officers, can give back to the officers who gave the ultimate sacrifice, to remember them, make sure their memory stays alive.
Now, the officers will be riding in memory of Myrtle Beach Police Officer Joe McGarry and Horry County Police Officer Dennis Lydon, who were both killed in the line of duty.
A Myrtle Beach police officer is getting a Heroes Award for saving a man's life. Back in December 2003, Patrolman First Class Stephen Clothier dragged a maintenance worker to safety after an explosion at a Myrtle Beach hotel. 2 pool chemicals were mixed together, causing that blast. Clothier was also hurt when he inhaled dangerous chlorine fumes. Police department found out this week that Clothier won the Carnegie Medal for Extraordinary Heroism. Officer Clothier, though, says he doesn't think he did anything special.
I personally really don't feel like I really deserve an award. I was just doing what, I thought I should do, and I don't really think that I really deserve a hero award.
Clothier is one of 18 people around the country who won the Carnegie Award. He'll get a certificate, a bronze medal, and $3,500 cash.
Troopers from all around the state are being called in to work this weekend's big Mother's Day race in Darlington. More than 60,000 fans expected to be on hand for the sold-out race. WPD's Tonya Brown joins us now live from the track Too Tough to Tame. Hey, Tonya.
Jim, Highway Patrol has been preparing for this Mother's Day race weekend since it was announced last year. And already today, troopers are dealing with a lot of traffic here at the raceway as fans are starting to pour into town. This year, officials say traffic plans are different and a little more detailed because of the night race. At busy intersections around the track, there will be huge spotlights like this one so that motorists can see the pedestrians. You will also see even more Highway Patrol officers on the streets wearing full protective and reflective vests.
We're going to stay here until the job's done and the traffic's back to normal. But we just ask people as they come to the racetrack Saturday and leave the racetrack Saturday night to be patient. We'll get them in here before the race starts and we'll get them home as quick as possible. But just work with us and we'll get you where you need to be.
Highway Patrol is urging fans coming to the race to take these particular routes. If you're coming by way of I-95 South, take exit 164 and make a right turn onto US 52 to Darlington. If you're traveling I-95 North, take I-20 West to exit 137 to Darlington. And if you're coming by way of I-20 East, take exit 131 to Darlington. Now, the Darlington Police Department and the County Sheriff's Office are assisting Highway Patrol in this traffic coverage. We're live in Darlington at the raceway. Back to you.
Tonya, thank you very much.